Hey, that is a great question. What is today's great question? What is New Jersey exit tax? Hey, this is Robert Greenblatt, local realtor, and a lot of the questions that I get repeat over and over again. And one of the questions I get probably 2 or 3 times a week is, what is New Jersey exit tax? What happens if I want to move from New Jersey to Delaware, to Florida, to China? It doesn't matter where, how close or how far. A lot of people get concerned that if you move out of New Jersey, that New Jersey is going to take its piece of the transaction. And there's some truths and there's some myths there. So you're in your 60s, for instance, you're getting ready to retire and you want to move from New Jersey to Florida. One of the questions I get asked a lot is, do I have to pay a 10% penalty for leaving the state? And the slang everyone uses is this exit tax. What is exit tax? So the short answer is you probably don't. So what happens is when you sell a home in New Jersey, I sell a home in New Jersey, everybody pays transfer tax. That's a sliding scale based on the sale price of the house. It varies. It's a give or take about 1%, usually a little bit less. Now here's the good news. If you are 62 or older and it was your primary home for, I believe it's 2 out of the last 5 years, or even if you're a married couple and one of the owners is 62 or older, when you pay transfer tax, you get a huge discount. It's like 70% off the list price. Pretty good. So you get a huge discount if on your exit tax if you're 62 or older and it was your primary home 2 out of the last 5 years. Okay, we got that. But back to exit tax. So what does that mean and how does that work if I want to move out of state? Do I pay an extra fee? Using that same criteria, if it was your home for 2 out of the last 5 years, you can move anywhere you want, anywhere, and you only pay the transfer tax, not the exit tax. But here's where you would pay exit tax. So the exit tax comes into play. Let's say you hired me to sell your house. You're moving to Florida, and then you say, you know what? I don't really want to sell it. I want to rent the house out for a few years, get that nice positive cash flow. So 4 or 5 years from now, you give me a call from sunny Florida, and you say, hey, Greenblatt, I want to sell the house. Okay, no problem. Tenant moved out. We don't want to be landlords anymore. Heard that before. And you decide to sell the house. We put it on the market. We get an offer. We go to closing. Now you actually have to pay transfer tax at the standard rate, regardless of your age, plus the so-called dreaded and feared exit tax. But don't be alarmed. So the transfer tax, like we talked about, is a little less than 1% typically. The so-called exit tax that you have to pay is 2%, which is taken by the title company and sent to the state. Depending on the scenario, there are some situations that your accountant could probably advise you of where you may actually be able to get that back. But the good news is it's only 2%. So why is it different once you're living in Florida? Well, the reality is, look at it this way. If you are an out-of-state owner of real estate in New Jersey, it's technically an investment property. So the state of New Jersey wants to make sure that they're going to get their due, anything that may be owed to them. So they're going to take 2% because at that point in our example, you were a resident of Florida, driver's license, you're living there for 4 or 5 years, like we said, you should be paying taxes down there, filing your tax returns with your Florida address. So again, it doesn't matter if it's Florida or Delaware or Idaho or California or China. It doesn't matter where in the world that it is. If you are an out-of-state seller, you are subject to paying the exit tax, but the good news is it's only 2%. So if you are thinking about selling, relocating, downsizing, upsizing, give me a call. I've got all kinds of cool information just like this for whatever your scenario may be. I am a certified senior real estate specialist. SRES is one of the extra levels of study that I have. Senior real estate specialist. So I'm pretty well tuned into this stuff. We've got a really good system to getting this kind of stuff done for you while you've moved or after you've moved. You don't have to come back to New Jersey for a closing if you've just retired to Florida or relocated somewhere in the country or the world. We've done that too. I've got a great team in place to help you guys with that. Give me a call whenever you can. My cell phone number is always the best way to reach me. Again, it's Robert Greenblatt, 856-296-4131, 856-296-4131. Robert Greenblatt with Keller Williams Realty. You can call or text me at that number anytime. Thanks.